It's Monday, and you know what that means. It's time for the Raw preview right here at Sleeper Sports Media. My name is Nick Weitoish, and this again is the Raw preview, May 18th, 2026, live from Greensboro, North Carolina, only on Netflix. And no, I'm not going to be there in person, but I'm going to give a quick run through and rundown of what you can expect tonight for Monday Night Raw, May 18th, 2026. We're back in a different format for the lives, and we are back as doing lives directly through YouTube. We're making some changes and had to cut down on the StreamYard, but it will return soon if these don't hit like I think they're going to. So give or take, when my service is good, when my service is bad, in the mornings or in the afternoons, in the evenings, I will be live to do the previews daily for Raw, NXT, Dynamite, SmackDown, and Collision in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So I will do my best to keep up with the live format, since that seems to do great stuff here, especially whenever I do it through the vertical format on YouTube. I now have a phone holder and phone mount in my car, so I am 100% safe. For anyone concerned about my safety while doing these while driving, I'm focused on the road. All I have to do is just switch through the graphics, and we are going to get into it right now. Monday Night Raw preview. First things first, we have Roman Reigns responding to Jacob Fatu's attack post Backlash. Looks like they are going to continue this feud. We know Roman's not going to be at Saturday night's main event. We do know he's confirmed for Clash in Italy. If they do run this one back, I don't know how they don't put a stipulation on it. I don't know how they I don't know how they get around without having a finish similar to Backlash. How do they get Roman to beat Jacob without making him look weak? Considering they've made Roman look pretty weak, or have it not necessarily made him look weak, but definitely have had him do more for putting over the Tongue and Death Grip and Jacob Fatu than what he's done to make him look and that title look dominant in the whole feud thus far. Women's WWE Tag Team Championships, Paige and Brie Bella taking on the Judgment Day, as they again called the tag team champs out last week on Raw. The champs did SmackDown. They're going to do Raw tonight, and you will see tag team action. Paige finally getting her side plates there as we head into the tag title defense tonight. And we have Obafemi's Open Challenge once again. Who is going to answer this week? I don't know, but I hope it's not a repeat of last week when no one. So then he just went and found Angel Garza and Birds, and then just squashed them into oblivion. So that so far is Raw. I mean, we do also have a 6-man tag match: El Grande Americano against original El Grande Americano and Bravos Americanos and Los Americanos. 6-man tag match. This is, of course, ahead of the mass versus mass match for the El Grande Americanos, coming up at AAA at the end of this month. And that is what we know so far for Monday Night Raw. Again, that is tonight on Netflix. Roman and Jacob Tag Team Championship, Obafemi Open Challenge, and 6-man tag team action. That is Monday Night Raw in Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm Nick Weitosh of Sleeper Sports Media. And of course, we are, I believe, chat. I don't know why I guess there's no one. I don't know. Yeah, the chat is there. Thank you to the 18 plus people that are coming and going and watching this. Greatly appreciated. 7 now. Thank you for the one person who left a like. If you're watching this later, it might be a short one. It might be shorter, might be longer. I did also have other things to talk about, but I did not get a graphic ready for this format. So I do apologize if I can. I don't know. Yeah, it's not going to look right. And I don't necessarily want to have to talk to. Let me see here. Will it fit? All right. I mean, I guess that's good enough. Again, I am driving, but I am safe, so I will do my best to read the chat. But not only did I want to do the Monday Night Raw preview, so I guess I will go back and change this and just clip it myself. But I had a lot of stuff to say about the MVP Netflix MMA event. However, again, I just want this to be the raw preview, and then I do kind of want to get a lot of stuff off my chest here, and talk about the about MVP taking over MMA and the Conor McGregor announcement and all that stuff. But I want to keep this as short as I can. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do, how I want to do it, and everything like that. Given that my service is great, is perfect right now, I guess I should keep going. But I don't want to get into it and then have something happen, and then all of a sudden it get cut off and everything like that. So I think I'm going to rock with just the raw preview for right now, and have that go out, and then I'll be right back with the actual podcast episode, and that will go for. I mean, at this point, it's only going to be a 20-minute episode. So no, this will be that first part was the raw preview, and then this is going to be the next part of the Sleeper Sports Media podcast episode 211, May 18th. And if you're one of the 21 people watching, please feel free to sub. Feel free to leave a comment and chat with me, and let me know what you think about the MVP MMA event, as well as UFC announcing Conor McGregor's return for International Fight Week in July. So a lot of stuff has gone down. I did not get a chance to watch SmackDown, dealing with stuff, and just did not get a chance to watch it. So not going to do results or review or anything like that, just because I did not get to see it. But I did watch Dutton Ranch, and it was both episodes of Dutton Ranch, and it was phenomenal. It was great. They do not miss in the Yellowstone universe. Saturday night, I watched those episodes after the fight, which, as you know, the main event, Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano, ended in 17 seconds. So that was a quick one. That was exactly what I expected. I don't know about anybody else. And anyone else who is shitting on MVP and their MMA now portion of the promotion. Yeah, you can you can just stop. So I mean, these are probably the same type of people who would shit on AEW as they were coming up. So MVP is just now getting into MMA. They've been boxing, they've been promoting boxing, they've been a boxing promotion for years now. I've been to an MVP event. They're phenomenal. They're great. They are awesome. And no, I was not at a pay-per-view event. I was at um, just a regular house show, I guess you could say. It was just free on the zone. But anyone who is saying that the Intuit Dome was empty, please shut the ever living hell up. Because this is the same venue that they did Raw on Netflix, the premiere episode at. This is the same venue that they had Money in the Bank at. The lights on the seats, yes, it makes them look empty. But stop being brain dead and just realize that it doesn't mean that the arena is actually empty. Clearly, when you hear the noise of the fans during a fight, that means the arena is not empty. I just kept seeing everything about the arena is empty, empty seats, empty seats, empty seats. The arena wasn't empty. So many people that were actually there were saying, I'm here and it's not empty. I mean, I don't know what more you need. I don't know if MVP has released or Netflix has released any official numbers or anything like that that can back up those stats and everything that Jake, I'm sure, said at the press conference. And I did not get a chance to watch the press conference, so I'm going to watch that and dissect it, and then be back, of course, with actual facts and evidence to back up what I'm saying in my defense of MVP and MMA and them taking over the MMA world. And I promise you, I will be doing more, and I will get into MMA if it means getting in and getting behind MVP, because they're putting the events on Netflix is way better than having UFC on Paramount Plus, because they still have the first MMA event for MVP. Phenomenal pacing. Yes, there was ads, but it wasn't the same 4 ads over and over and over again. It was just the simple 5 ads, minutes or whatever, and then it was on to the next fight. They didn't wait 30 minutes in between the fights. like the UFC does. And anyone who was saying that they were, I don't know what you were watching, but it surely wasn't MVP one or whatever they're going to end up calling it. I know Ronda made a big deal about them not calling that, them calling it Rousey versus Carano, but I mean, I don't really care. I mean, they're doing that for MVPW. They're saying MVPW 3, 4, which the full card for that the next one was announced at the end of this month. I think it's number 3, and that is the return of Amanda Serrano. I believe in the co-main event. I know Holly Holm and someone else is main eventing. I did not get a chance, or I don't know off the top of my head who is going to be on that card. Besides Amanda Serrano and Holly Holm, I don't know who she's fighting. But again, MVP is taking over and doing some great things. Everyone is going to find anything they can to bitch and whine and complain about Jake Paul and what he's doing for both boxing, MMA, women's boxing, and women's MMA. I mean, it just that's just a fact. And Jake is and did confirm that he will be cleared in 2 to 3 months and will be back to sparring. He also confirmed that he does want to fight in MMA. I don't think we're going to see him fight in MMA first. I think he's going to get bounce back in boxing and prove that he can still go. And I hope he's careful with that jaw. But I can't wait for him to be back and fighting again. I can't wait to see him fight in MMA, who he's going to fight, if he fights Mike Perry, if he fights Nate Diaz. That's going to be really interesting. Nate Diaz was bleeding like a madman, busted open quickly. That was crazy. The stoppage there. Francis Ngannou and that big knockout in the first round, that was crazy. And then, of course, Ronda Rousey ending the main event in 17 seconds was insane. I had to get that out there, that I'm so tired of people just complaining about everything that MVP and Jake Paul does. Because if it was anybody else doing this, they would be praised for it. If it was anyone else making a competitor for the UFC, they would be praised for it. The PFL just doesn't have the name, doesn't have the marketing, and they are forced to go to places that would put the events on 2 p.m. on a Thursday versus getting these big arenas over here in the States and getting sanctioned there and actually putting on events that will actually sell tickets. Jake Paul knows how to market. Jake Paul, MVP, they know how to sell tickets. The events work. The Intuit Dome, whoever was behind the LED lights on the seats to make it look empty, you're an idiot. And that's who all the bitching and whining and complaining should be going to. Not MVP, not WWE whenever they go to the Intuit Dome, not scheduling. Now scheduling 2 events in one day in one city doesn't help them when they did Money in the Bank and the AAA show that led to everyone getting over to the Intuit Dome late. That's one thing. But it was not empty. It just wasn't. It was the lights on the seats. And if you can't comprehend that, I don't know what to tell you, but you shouldn't be voicing your thoughts on Twitter and getting a billion views from that. That is ridiculous. And then you got people like me, people like No Dirt Sheets and Exceptional Sports News who are actually giving actual thought behind what we say, and we're getting flagged and copyrighted and all this and that. It's ridiculous. So that was a big thing that's been on my mind heavy since Saturday. MVP MMA was phenomenal. I had a blast watching it. The setup looked great. The fights were awesome. And hopefully they keep going and getting bigger names and creating stars. And hopefully we see Amanda Serrano fight in MMA soon. Hopefully we see other big names. John Jones wants out of his UFC contract to fight Francis Ngannou. So on MVP, I think that would be massive. And Dana White can keep going and announcing Connor's return during Francis' walkout. That petty son of a bitch. That was hilarious. But if anything, that's adding fuel to the fire, like Jake said, that this was the takeover, and this was step 1 to the takeover. So MVP MMA is here, and I'm excited for it. I can't wait for the second one. I hope on Netflix. It makes it so much easier. I'm tired of stuff being on Paramount. I mean, I wish everything was on. I wish everything was on Netflix. I wish I could watch everything through Netflix, and that would be all that I need. But unfortunately, that's not the case. Of course, WWE still on USA, still on ESPN, which I think is stupid. They should just go to Netflix for everything. That should be an option to watch on one platform, which, again, it can be if you go and buy a Fire Stick. You can download Surfshark VPN onto the Fire Stick and watch everything on Netflix, which I love. You can watch AEW on my AEW, but you can watch everything WWE on Netflix, and it's phenomenal. And you can do so by helping both me and No Dirt Sheets with the link, with the Surfshark link. You know where to find it, and of course, again, on Facebook, on YouTube, Twitch, everything. Both me, Sleeper Sports Media, No Dirt Sheets, and also Exceptional Sports News across every platform that you can think of. We are out getting all the updates, all of the latest news, and all of our thoughts and everything to provide entertainment. Of course, the watch alongs, No Dirt Sheets, the Facebook posts from ESN, and the Facebook post for me, the preview articles, the review articles, all of the above will always be available at No Dirt Sheets from myself, and bringing back the Patreon here fairly soon. But I will see you in the next one. This was, again, episode 211 of the Sleeper Sports Media Podcast. I know it was a very short one, but I have about 4 minutes until I'm home. So I guess I can go a full 20. And then we'll be back tomorrow for a longer one. And I will be watching Raw. So I will be reviewing Raw, as well as getting everything together for Saturday night's main event, giving my thoughts on that one, and Clash in Italy, and seeing how that progresses and what matches we're going to get for that one versus Saturday night's main event. And all the other crybabies out there that are complaining about Roman's schedule and not being in June, not being on and working in June and this and that, but saying he's full time, but whatever. No one gives a damn about your semantics, and if he's actually going to be in June and not, whatever. The title on Roman still looks way better than the title on Cody. Both titles. Roman could hold the Intercontinental title for 25 days, and he would do more with that title and make that title mean more than the WWE title is meaning right now on the shoulders of Cody Rhodes. Sorry, but not sorry. That's just, and part of it is, I would say that it's Cody's fault, but it is because he refuses to turn heel. When he's refusing to turn heel, they have to then protect him. I'm shocked that they are letting Gunther choke him out every day. But then again, I'm not, because we know he loves being choked out. So I guess that's hit or miss with that one. Again, I wish he would turn heel. I don't think he should. He absolutely should. But I know he probably will. That is just what we're going to have to live with, is this mediocre title run of a face, Cody Rhodes, that's over the top, that is overdone, and that has been going on for far, far too long. Yeah, that's just where we're at, I think. And again, this is Weitoish of Sleeper Sports Media. I am also on ESN. I'm also a correspondent for No Dirt Sheets. I'm getting everything out everywhere. Of course, follow along on Facebook. Follow along on here on YouTube. We're going towards 6,000, and then of course are grinding those watch hours as well. So thank you to everyone who watched, viewed, subscribed, comments later, whatever it is. I will see you tomorrow for the NXT preview, for the Raw review, and anything else that I feel like talking about. Again, Dutton Ranch was great. Both episodes out at one time. A 2-episode premiere was fire. It was phenomenal. I loved it. And I cannot wait for, I think they come out on Fridays now, but I cannot wait for episode 3 to come out. I cannot wait for Raw. I cannot wait for SmackDown. I'm excited for WWE and where they're going into the summer, even though the champion on SmackDown is just continuing to refuse to turn heel. But what else are you going to do? And without anything else, again, this is episode 211. I'm Nick Weitoish, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching, viewing, and subscribing. And here we go.